Welcome back to another episode of On the Pole, Off the Record. Today, I'm here with the lovely Miss
Vanna.
Like Vanna White,
Yes.
you know? All right, Vanna, so tell them a little bit about yourself. How long have you been dancing? Where are you from? And I want to ask you a spicy question.
Give me a spicy one.
What's your favorite toy in your drawer
God.
now?
Okay.
Those are your 3 questions.
That's a hard one. Okay, so to start off, I've been dancing for almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years in April. And I am from St. Louis. Work over in East St. Louis. Good old Diamond Cabaret. And my favorite sex toy. That's so hard. I have so many of them.
Well, you can only pick one. Like if your house burned down on a fire, your animals are safe, everything's safe, but your toys, which one are you running in for?
Can I have like one toy and like one like a whip?
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah.
Okay, so my vibrator, like the little suctiony one.
The rose?
That's the toy. No, it's not the rose. I have the Lilo.
Okay.
Yeah, the one they sell at Hustlers. You know, the fancy one.
And then a whip?
No, I would get the wooden paddle that I have that says my name on it.
Okay.
That's what I would want.
All right, you guys. So there you go. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about a little bit of everything, but the main topic we're talking about, since Vanna was sober for so long before she started drinking again, is drugs and alcohol in the club or outside.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely very prevalent in the industry. You know, I feel like a lot of people kind of fall into that lifestyle whenever you get into it.
I did, bro.
Yeah.
My first 2 years of dancing was like all cocaine and a little bit of Molly. Lots of Molly.
Yeah. I feel like, well, when I first started dancing, I definitely was drinking like pretty heavily. I started drinking.
And how old were you? Not old enough.
I was 18 when I started drinking heavily, and then I started dancing at 19. So it just got so much worse because of that. Like, I literally got caught so many times, and I should have been fired, but luckily I have had
charm.
I do have charm, but I had the best manager who did not fire me. We love you, Scotty.
So when you got clean, how old were you when you got clean off everything?
I was 22.
And then when did you start drinking again?
So my first drink after being sober for like 3 years was actually, I went on like this like date with like this potential sugar daddy, and he was a piece of shit, and he like just kept forcing me to drink alcohol, so I'd literally just throw him over my shoulder, and then he literally like was watching me take a specific shot, and I didn't want to. Like, I literally did not want to. I was like, I do not want this to be what breaks my sobriety, because I'm in such an uncomfortable position. And he made me take the shot, and I was like, literally after half of a shot, I think it was like Don Julio's 70 or 72, whatever that is. After half a shot, I was like, why do I feel so fucking tipsy? Because my tolerance used to be like all the way up there. It would take like 15 fucking shots.
We kept drinking for a bunch of years, bro.
I know. But yeah, that was my first time drinking alcohol, and well, after sobriety. And then I was at Hustlers one day.
I seen you drinking a beer.
Yeah. Oh, it started with the beer. That's what I started with. Yeah, bro. I had like 2 beers, and I was walking around, and I was like, "Hey guys."
Because when I met Vanna did not drink at all. So I remember the day I seen you walking around with a beer. I was like, Megan, is that customers? Like, I did not believe that was Vanna's beer. And now the bitch be taking Rumplemans and acting an ass.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of like a slow progression from that point. Like, I didn't, like, just start going balls to the fucking wall.
Right.
I started off with, like, beers, and then I would take a shot here and there, and then I, like, was doing buttery nipples, and then mixed drinks. And then once I, like, really started working over at Diamond, that's when I was just like, shots, you know?
So in the span of, like, when did you start drinking again?
So that was probably it was right before summer started that I actually, like, really started drinking again. So probably, like, April.
Damn.
I know. It's been a while.
And do you plan on getting sober again or no?
Well, as we know, Lana, I was supposed to go sober on January 1st with my bartender at Diamond. We kind of made a pact that we would go sober together because we both realized that we drink a lot of alcohol. And she also has, like, this bikini competition, so she wants to, like, you know, not drink a fuck ton before then. But that didn't work. I tried for one day, and I was sitting with a customer, and I was like, I can't do this sober. So I was just like, Lacey, I need a fucking shot. So she took a shot with me. We lasted with sobriety for approximately 1 hour and I think it was like 14 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So eventually I would like to go sober again just so I can, like, really focus on my mental state, because I feel like, you know, alcohol is a depressant and it does have effects on the brain, like, even over time. So
Right.
I don't know, I would like to go sober again. But
Would you say it's like one of the biggest reasons is the club?
Yeah, 100%.
Like working in the club
100%.
and dealing with the men?
Yes, absolutely. I think that if I wasn't working in the club, because I have set this boundary with myself, like, no drinking at home alone, because that was a big issue that I had whenever
That's
I
good.
first started. Yeah, before I went sober, I was getting drunk like 6-7 days a week, and, like, that was at home. I was alone half the time, so I set that boundary with myself this time. Like, I have 5 bottles of liquor sitting in my refrigerator, but I don't touch it. But if I wasn't working at the club, I don't think that it would be that big of an issue. Like, I'd go out every once in a while or on a vacation or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say vacation. We
Well,
all
absolutely.
get lit.
Absolutely.
Miami's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna have a fucking blast, dude.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get out of the cold for a little bit. I feel
Yeah.
like I drink more now because I'm just depressed that it's not summertime.
I know, and that'll happen.
Do you have a specific customer that makes you drink the most? Does someone come to mind? Yes, that is a yes. We don't name drop here for legal
No.
reasons, but
No.
the way that Vanna just looked at me, I know.
Yeah, she knows. She knows. You know exactly who it is too. But yeah, I feel like most customers like to drink, you know.
I feel like they want you to drink.
They do. They do. I mean, like, even when I was sober, I was taking fake shots because they come in for a party. Like, you are an entertainer when you're in this industry, so, like,
Bro,
they come in to be entertained.
There's a specific customer that I was chilling with the other day that actually brought up you drinking. They're like, I love Vanna when she's drunk.
Oh my god!
It's a Hispanic man. His name starts with a C.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Shut the
Bro,
fuck up.
he was like, I want to go see Vanna, but every time I go to Diamond, she's in VIP and
yeah, bitch, because I'm making money. Okay, but that motherfucker has literally contacted me so many times. He's like, I'm gonna come see you. So I literally carve out time for him to come see me.
Right.
And then he never shows up. And, like, one day I told him, I was like, you're supposed to come see me last week. That's pretty fucking rude.
And he ditched us at the Ozarks, which Ozarks would have never happened if he would not have came and got us.
Exactly. No, none of that shit would have ever happened.
Bastard.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking rude. He's a flake.
Dude, he came in the other day because I'm trying to think of how I can say this. Okay, so you know he has had relations with the same person Crybaby Boy has had relations with. Crybaby Boy is okay.
Yeah.
So He told me, he's like, you know what's funny? This other man bought her an apartment and a really nice car recently. And she fucks him like maybe once every 2 months. Like she will make plans and she will cancel them. But this other regular who is definitely like more attractive and like less of a whiner has been fucking her like very often. And he told me, yes, he told
What?
me, yes, bro. He told me it's crazy. He bought her all that shit because I've been fucking her more than he has, and I've been doing it for free. And I told Crybaby about it, and this motherfucker messages C and says, well, he called him first and he didn't answer, and then he was like, hey, can we talk when you get a second? And he never responded. Like,
oh. No, I didn't know that they were fucking.
Yeah, bro. They were fucking.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
For how long?
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know, but now she's driving, I guess it's a Volkswagen that runs on diesel, and it's like a nice car. I don't even know what it looks like, but C was telling me about it.
Holy shit. You know, I mean, good for her.
On God, yeah. For real. He's a retard, and he wants to cry about, bro. And then he wants to text me crying about it. And I was like, dude, like, unless you're giving me that kind of money, you don't get to cry to me. Because I'm not a free therapist.
Exactly.
None of us are.
Well, that's what I feel like a lot of men see us as, though, you know, especially people like that, where they've, you know, experienced us, like, not experienced us, that makes it sound like we're fucking them, we're not.
Hey, being around us is an experience.
Yes, exactly. We grace them with our presence outside of the club, but, like, I feel like they just kind of take advantage of that. You know?
100% they do. And, like, even girls, dude. I've been, like, talking to girls recently, and I swear, they're either looking for me to be their sugar mama, like, because I'm a stripper, or they're, like, fuck girls, or they're crazy, and they, like, dude, that blonde individual I was talking to that you know, tell me why. She was talking to another dancer, and I guess they talked for a month, and the dancer showed me the messages, and
which dancer?
Nia.
Oh, I don't know her.
You met her. You probably don't know her name, but she. But anyways, we matched on Hinge, and I was showing Nia the like girls I matched with, and she was like, "Fuck that crazy bitch," and I was like,
really?
"Why?"
Yeah.
Dude, she showed me the text. So for one, there was one instance where she was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And the girl responded and said, I don't like tabs being kept on me. Like, she was just asking her what she was doing, and she was like, do you need, like, a play-by-play of my whole day? And I was just like, what the fuck?
Damn, dude.
And then the other thing that happened was she posted a Snapchat with another stripper in the club, and the girl was like, that's messy as fuck, because the girl was, like, half naked, I guess, because we were in the strip club. She's like, that's messy as fuck. My PR manager would never.
PR.
No, she has a PR manager.
Shut the fuck up.
And Nia, the way Nia was talking about it, like she had a lot of followers. I was like, how many followers does she have? Like 50K? She showed me it's like 2,000. Like, what do you need a PR manager for 2,000?
Literally.
But yeah, so it was funny because the girl was texting me and saying like, oh, I've talked to strippers. I can definitely handle dating a stripper.
Clearly not.
But based off the text that I seen, like, I unmatched with her as soon as I seen that shit. Because I was like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
that's another thing we should talk about is dating strippers.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it can be wild. But, no, that's fucking crazy, dude. I can't believe that.
Yeah. Did you know she was crazy?
No. Like,
she seems chill.
I had only met her, like, I think, like, once or something, and I've seen her in, like, the bar atmosphere, and, like, you know, she's a DJ, right? Or something. She
looked like a DJ.
Yeah. Something along those lines, but I didn't know she was like that. Your fucking PR manager?
For 2,000 followers. I don't.
What public relations are they dealing with?
I would
my
never
guy?
have a PR manager, even if I had a lot of followers, because I don't care.
You do have a lot of followers. You got over 20,000 followers. Like,
and I still wouldn't hire a PR
Right.
manager. You know why? Because I say what I want.
exactly.
My PR manager would be calling me, cussing me out every day
I swear.
if I had a PR manager. Okay. So, aside from alcohol, did you have any problems with any other substances?
Yeah.
And what was the biggest substance you had a problem with?
Oh, that booger sugar, baby.
That booger sugar.
Yeah.
Amen, bro.
Yeah. I loved me some cocaine. I feel like how old was I? I think I was 20 or 21. I was still with my ex at the time, and my ex sold some drugs. Not stuff that I really wanted to do. It was more like he sold like ketamine and stuff, and I wasn't like into that. Like, it just,
You don't like the K-holes?
No, I did it once while we were over at his friend's apartment, and I just like sat on the couch and I was like, I do not like the way this makes my brain feel. Like, I felt like so dissociated, and I know it's like a dissociative drug, but like it was just like the spins of being drunk, but like not.
Right.
And I was like, this feels fucking weird. So I never did ketamine again, but yeah, any hoot and holler. My dealer at the time, his name was, I'm not gonna share his name, but it's funny. It's really funny. But we were good friends, and he would come into the club all the time, and he was pretty well known for selling coke. And
is that the one that Jay got kicked out because he owed him money?
I think it, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't.
Tis,
might
tis,
be,
tis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But we would do dances in exchange for coke. So we do like 3 or 4 dances. He'd give me like a gram of coke, and I was like, this is a good trade-off. So it just started to become a little more frequent, and it became a problem for me.
Dude, my first coke plug I met at Hustler.
Yeah.
And it was that Jesus man. Remember him? He was like, he'd always be feeling himself, and like he was just a vibe. And I didn't know he was on coke until we went to the back to do a dance.
Uh-huh.
And he whips out this Altoid container that just has hella coke in it. And he has a straw from the bar. He's like, you want some? And I was like, fuck it, you know? And then I started buying from him for a while, and then we fucked. And I was like,
had you done coke a lot prior to
yeah,
that?
with Ella, but it was like, I never had like a specific plug, and he was really cheap. So I was like, fuck yeah. And then he just always wanted to do it with me. Like, he was always game. But whenever I'd buy from him, he'd be like, I'd want like a gram. He'd be like, be a lot cheaper if you buy 3.5. And I'd be like, okay, whatever you say.
Why not?
So
go big or go home.
Yeah, he's actually, last time I seen him, he claimed he was moving to California to sell a movie about the female Ninja Turtles. I don't know what, them drugs did something to that man.
What the fuck?
He did pick me up though once in a, what was it? It was like a really nice yellow Mercedes, and I don't know if it was his parents. I don't know. I don't know whose it is. I'll have to look him up and see if I can find his Instagram still.
Yeah, for real.
But he was funny. I definitely.
Female Ninja Turtle. So was this like a concept he came up on?
Apparently.
On his own?
Yeah, he was telling me about it, but he was so coked out that I was just like, you are making absolutely no fucking sense.
Okay. Well, good for him. I hope one day that becomes a thing. That'd be a great.
He'd be a great person to have come on here, bro. He would just be.
He'd be wild.
He'd be like, he'd whip some coke out, like, want to do something right here for the podcast?
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Dude, if I did a podcast episode on coke, who knows what would come out of my mouth? Because you just be yapping on coke, like. I always thought uppers were my favorite drug. And then over the summer, I was given some, like, oxys, and then I started buying said oxys, like, every couple weeks. Like, I'd buy 200 to 300. And what's crazy is Now when I say it out loud, I'm like, damn, you had a problem, but I was like functioning really well on them,
Yeah.
so no one really knew. Like I told my brother about it
Yeah.
recently, and he was like, what the fuck? I didn't
Yeah.
even know.
Yeah.
And
No, I agree. I couldn't, like, because I mean, I knew you at that point too.
Oh, God.
So like, I couldn't really tell until you told me that you were like doing them frequently. That's when I like noticed.
Because I was hiding, I didn't want no one to know.
Yeah.
Because like, oxys are opiates, and everyone thinks if you do opiates, you do heroin. Which I didn't
Yeah.
even. Once I ran out and my plug ran out, I kind of just stopped taking them because I didn't want to go like find heroin and there be fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
'cause that's scary.
that was way worse than quitting coke. Because I was in a mood for about a month after I ran out. I was like, the idea of never doing these again is literally killing me. And now, the only thing that makes me sick is how much money I spent over the summer on drugs. Like,
yeah, dude, because you keep wanting to chase that high, and that high feels so good. Like, it's such an euphoric feeling, and like that's with coke too. You know, like it produces more dopamine in your brain, and like same with like Molly, but you just always want to feel that way.
Dude, it's honestly, it's been a little weird not like doing anything. Like I'll take the occasional Adderall to work, but I don't even take the whole thing anymore because they make me feel like a tweaker.
Yeah.
Like not doing any drugs, altering my mind, besides drinking and smoking weed, which I barely smoke weed anymore because I'm starting to get anxious from it.
Really?
Yeah, and it makes me so sad.
Maybe you just need like a little break, because I feel like a lot of people, I mean, I haven't touched weed in years because I have really severe panic attacks, but a lot of people have told me that they start to reach this point where they get anxious. So like I don't think it's just like a you
I think it's the chemicals they're putting in today's weed.
Yeah, dude. And the thing is with today's weed, it's like it's always a battle for like who can make the most like
highest
fucking weed
on
that you
God
can fucking have, you know? Like it's a fucking war. So it's like, yeah, I could see why that would make.
Do you remember the last time you smoked weed?
Yeah, I do. I actually, so funny story. I went to Las Vegas with my dad for my 21st birthday, and we got some weed while we were out there. My dad got some edibles, and I got like this CBD weed, and it was like 11% CBD and then 8% THC. And I was like, this shit's fucking great.
Right.
So I wanted to take it home, and I was asking like my ex, the one that like sold drugs, how the fuck do I get this on the plane? And he was just like, stuff it in your shoe and put a bunch of socks in there. And I was like, no, that's too risky. So I shoved it in my vagina, and I flew home on the plane. But yeah, I came home, and then it was probably like a month or two after that, I was hanging out with Amanda, and this was the time when she smoked weed all the fucking time.
Right.
Like Amanda was a hardcore fucking stoner.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude, I would have never guessed that, Amanda.
She would get this like weird fucking surfer dude accent. Like she'd be like, dude. Like the fucking turtle from Finding Nemo whenever they go on like the little fucking whatever, that fast thing in the ocean. It was so funny. But yeah, we were sitting there, I was smoking that, and then I ran out, and Amanda was like, we can go pick up from my plug. And I was like, okay, bet, let's do that. Because I was like, if I'm feeling great, like I'm already high, maybe I can like try normal.
Right.
And then we go pick up from her plug, and I'm driving, and I take a hit, and then 10 minutes later, I start to feel my legs shaking, and I was like, oh God, I'm having a fucking panic attack. And like, I looked at Amanda, and I was like, you have to fucking drive, my guy. I am not okay. We need to go home. And then we go back to her apartment, and I just am pacing everywhere, back and forth. And I'm like, Amanda, we might have to go to the fucking hospital. So I go and stand on her balcony, and it's like 30 fucking degrees outside. And I was just like sitting there staring at these trees off her balcony, and I was like, never again.
Dude, that was probably Bella when she ate that edible.
I swear, that poor baby. She was probably so scared.
My dog, my mom's little rat dog, she's like this big, and she ate a 25 milligram edible the other day. And then before that, she drank a Jack and Coke and was drunk. Like, she tried jumping on my bed and straight fell back on her back. I was like,
poor baby.
I cannot take my eyes off this bitch for
Yeah.
more than 2 seconds, or
Yeah.
because she's a drug addict.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, she
seeks
is.
them
Jesus.
out.
Oh, poor baby. I'm glad she's feeling better, though.
Me too. I thought she was gonna die.
I'm glad she didn't, even though she hates me.
She does not like you, bro. I don't know what it is. It's crazy.
Dude, one day...
Because out of all of us, I
like
feel like you'd be the one to give her the best experience. Like, I hate her sometimes. She pissed in my room this morning, and I was literally wanting to throw her little bald ass outside. I was like, you stupid fucking bitch.
Shadow loves me, so that's all that matters. I love that boy. I'll make Bella love me. I will force her into it. Okay, that sounds so bad, but I will make her love me.
She'll love you eventually. She likes Ella for some weird reason, so...
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's because she can sense they're both drug addicts.
They bond.
Trying to be silver in this cold world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you will do drugs again in your life? Like, life's short. So, I mean...
Did I tell you about this past Wednesday?
Let's hear about this past Wednesday.
Okay. So I did a little bit of booger sugar while I was at Diamond, and I went up to someone that I knew had it, and I was like, "Can I buy some coke off you?" And that was like the first time that I had said those words in like 4 fucking years. And my dumbass, knowing that I have an addictive personality, I took some coke home, and I literally was doing it for like 4 fucking hours straight, just in my house alone. Like, I was sitting on my front porch, just doing little bumps and like little nummies. And then I sat in the bath, and I was still doing it. And then after like the last numbie that I did, like, that's when like it just started to go bad. Like, I was just so fucking high, and I could like feel my heartbeat in my head, and I was just like, oh my God. And then I had to turn the shower on and like sit down and hold my head and be like, I'm panicking. I'm just panicking. This is a panic attack. I'm not going to die. Because I thought my heart was going to explode.
So where is it now?
In my car.
Oh my God. It's still in your car?
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, I kind of decided like after that very moment, I was like, no more doing this shit alone. I knew what I was going to get myself into, and I did it anyways. But
bro, I think the last time I did it was at that private party we worked with all those weird rich guys.
Oh yeah, dude, I like to block that out. That was such a good experience.
Bro, some of them be texting me, and I'm like, delete my number, bro.
I swear,
we were sold a lie. Okay,
a total lie. A total.
Vanna, you tell them how we were sold a lie.
Okay, so I was working at Diamond one day, and I met these people back in VIP, and one of the girls was like, do you want to work a private party? And she told me that it was like, starting amount for just showing up was like, what, like 700 or something? Yeah. And I was like, okay, bet. And she was like, do you have any cute friends? And I showed her Lana, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure my friend would be down to do this. So then I asked Lana, and I have done private parties before, like a few of them, and it's always just like, you know, like what you would expect. Like,
right, 100%.
Private dances, just dancing, or like putting on a show with your friends or something, like, you know, being a little gay here and there. But that is not really what we walked into.
Bro, when we pulled up, for one, we're on acres of land, and there's a pond. It's a nice house, but it's just like, we see these dudes, there's only 2 dudes there when we pull up. Like, we were the first bitches to show up.
Yeah, and I expected the girls that, like, invited us to this party to be there, because I didn't know these people. And I barely knew these girls that I had talked to about this party to. And I was like, what the fuck do we do? So I'm calling these girls, and I'm like, where the fuck are you guys? Because we're here.
Oh,
and
God.
They were like, oh, we'll be there later, like in an hour or something. And I was like,
and then the man, the owner of the house, he's like, go ahead, put your shit in the back. Mm-hmm. He's giving us a tour. And everywhere you look, there's dead, stuffed animals or dead animal rugs everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it was so, and we're not talking like deer We're talking about like
we're
almost
talking about
endangered
a leopard and like a
bears,
lion,
baby bear rugs.
Yeah, fucking wolves, like ducks everywhere. Fucking, they had a zebra carpet. Like,
dude, I thought they were gonna hunt us. I thought that's what we got invited for.
Yeah,
they were like, you know what? Animals are dumb. We want to hunt bitches.
Exactly. Like, what's that one movie where like the rich people like they hunt?
I know exactly. I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about, and that's what it felt like at first.
Yeah, I was so scared. Like, I did not know what we were getting into, and still at that moment, like I didn't know what these people were looking for. You know, like I still thought it was just gonna be dances, and then more girls started showing up, and I think that's when I started to feel more comfortable, especially because I saw a familiar face, like a girl I had met at the club before.
How many dudes do you think were there? There was a lot.
Dude, there was at least probably like 40, maybe more than that. I don't know. But
it's like a gay little cult.
Yeah, just a small dick, gay little cult.
They all had small dicks.
Yes.
Basically, so what it is these rich men, they meet once a year to hang out with their fellow rich buddies and haze the guys who are not in the club yet. But they're all rich. They're all millionaires. And they haze them. Apparently last year they had to change the events for the hazing because last year someone almost died.
Yeah.
I wish he would have, for real.
Yeah, dude. That shit's
bald little bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. And we watched like this hazing event. And they had to like jump in a pond. They have
blindfolded. Yep.
They were blindfolded. They had to jump in this pond and like swim to a boat and I guess get on the boat. And this one old ass guy who was trying to get in the group, like he was like, "I'm not fucking doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit."
It's such a bad attitude.
Yeah, terrible attitude. Like everyone else, like they were enjoying it.
I was calling the young one, the old one's name the whole night. And no one said nothing to me.
I thought that was his name too.
That was so funny. But yeah. So it ends up like we start seeing girls go to different rooms. And then like I get in the room with the one who I said deserved to die. And this man fucking first, he's like trying to make out with me, and I'm just like, I don't like that we're alone upstairs. I kind of had a crush on the one who I'd been calling a wrong name all night. Like, I was like, I would definitely do shit with him. And then he's like being real forceful. I managed to get away from him, and I grabbed the door. I was like, I'm fucking getting out of here. And he goes like, I can give you a lot of money. These people treat me like shit because I'm the poorest one in here. And I'm a millionaire. And I'm just like, I'm thinking in my head, okay, so since I'm poorer than you, you want to treat me like shit because you got treated like shit. He ended up getting kicked out of the party for being horrible to multiple girls.
Yeah, including myself. Like, he literally, like, forced himself, like, upon me. And, like he didn't, like, put his dick in me or anything like that. But, like, he did make me bleed.
He freaking, didn't he, like, grab your ass and just try to, like...
Yeah.
And I don't know, there was just, out of all, everyone seemed so normal except for him. He had major little dick, little money complex. Yes. And he was rich.
Exactly. Like, all these motherfuckers are rich. He just, like, he needed fucking therapy. That's what he needed. And after that, like, I went to go find Lana, like, after my experience with this guy. And I, like, knocked on the door. And we sat and talked and, like, realized that we both had a very similar situation with the same guy. And that's when we went to go find someone, like the person who was like running things, I guess, like running the party. And we were like, hey, like this dude literally sexually assaulted us.
And mind you, these guys are like doctors, lawyers, CEOs and shit. Yeah. And they do this meetup once a year to like, and bro, so there's a dinner. And then in the dinner, the man literally was like, you know, I've been married 3 times, but you guys are forever. You're my brothers. Like, it was fucking weird. Yeah.
I missed the dinner, but...
And then we ended up doing some medical grade coke, I think, because it was good. And we all go to Ameristar. And, like, they're tipping us for hanging out with us randomly. Me and Vanna put on a show. Yeah. Which all the girls who were there just to fuck hated us because like we were getting hella attention because Vanna was like eating me out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one girl, she's like, I couldn't tell if she was hating or not. She's like, oh my God, this is so hot. I'm so gay. Like, it was fucking annoying because we're like, they were escorts. We're actually entertainers.
Yeah.
Like, we know
the
how
girl
to
who was
entertain.
saying that is just like a bartender. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't do like any of that stuff. But I mean, there were like girls like that, like bartenders. There were us, the only two strippers there, and then there were like escorts there.
Yeah. So it was just like, it was very different for us because we're used to big groups of men, and those girls were hating because we were kind of like stealing the limelight.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, but when we were on Mirror Star, we should talk about that girl squirting.
Oh my God. Okay, I was really fucked up by this point. Go ahead. You talk about it.
So I don't know how this conversation came about. But
she just walked in the room and was like, "Look, you guys, I can squirt," and
yeah.
she just started dripping on the carpet.
She was like butt ass naked. And she like made herself squirt like immediately, like not even having to like go at it. She just like it went everywhere. And then Lana was.
Bro, I'm gonna throw up. I'm not in the mood for eating squirt right now.
Lana was like, I want you to squirt in my mouth. So Lana lays on the fucking ground at this hotel room, and this girl stands right over her and then just starts squirting like in her mouth and all over her face. And after she did it with Lana, I was like, ooh, I want to try. So I lay on the ground, and then this girl's like squirting on my face, and like some of it gets in my eye, and I was like, I hope I don't have like an infection because of this.
Dude, I think it would be different if it was you, but I'm just thinking of the fact that it was a complete stranger.
Yeah.
I don't know who she was fucking that night. Like,
yeah.
So it just, every time I talk about that to people, I start literally getting sick to my stomach. So I just imagine myself drinking it. Some stranger's bodily fluid.
Yeah, dude. You did that. You did that.
Me on coke and drunk is way different than me sober or just smoking weed. Like, I don't, even just drunk, I don't think I would have done that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy experience.
It was wild, dude. And, like, at some point we went down to the casino. We played with their money. That was, bro, it took me everything in my power not to just take the money because I hate gambling. I hate losing money.
I know. There's no fucking, okay, guaranteed you can win, but it's like doing drugs, you know? Like that little
losing
win,
is what you're addicted to.
Exactly. That little win will make you just want to play even more because you're like, ooh, I can get something bigger, you know? But it's like, fucking what, 60% of the time you ain't getting shit.
Agreed.
So I hate gambling too. Unless it's with other people's money, then I'll do it. But I will never gamble with my own money.
So do you think, back to the topic of like just drug use in the club and stuff, do you think if someone has had issues with addiction but never did sex work or anything, do you think that they could handle being a dancer? Or
no. I don't know. That's kind of a hard question to ask.
It is hard.
It really depends on the person, you know, because some people, like, I'm not trying to call like certain people weak or anything, but in that aspect, some people are stronger than others.
Yes, 100%. Like, and you do get
self-restraint.
You do get offered drugs. It might not be every day. It might not even be every week. But once in a while, some man or woman is going to come up to you and be like, want to do some coke.
Yeah.
Or give you some drugs because they either want you to party with them. Like, there's always an incentive. They're not just giving you the drugs.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And especially if someone struggled with alcohol, because like that's always provided, like that's legal, you know? So like if you struggle with alcohol before becoming a dancer, like, and you don't want to fall back down that rabbit hole, then you have to be very fucking strong, because essentially anyone you talk to will tell you like alcohol makes this job significantly easier, you know?
It does, too.
And a lot of girls rely on alcohol to work. So.
My first year or two doing drugs in the club is crazy because when I got clean, people would be like, Lana, you okay? You're not like, you're bubbly stuff. I'm like, bro, you didn't meet me. You met a bitch on cocaine. Like, that's so much different. And it kind of sucks to hear because I'm like, was I a better person? Which I might have seemed like it, but you only seen me for the hours I was high.
Yeah.
Aftermath fucking sucks when you're hungover, throwing up.
Yeah.
Like getting sick in the club, trying to hide it.
Yep.
Which I feel like most clubs, low key, they don't give a fuck if you do drugs as long as you got it under control.
Exactly.
Because they want you to make them money.
Yeah, 100%. And as long as you're not acting a fool and like, you know, causing any trouble, or like when you leave, you're not so fucked up that you're gonna crash, you know, because the club could be held liable.
Yeah, they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, there's so many clubs where the managers are like pushing drugs. You know, like I'm pretty sure at Scarlett's, like I could be wrong, but their previous owner, manager, whoever the fuck it was, he was like pushing drugs in the club.
Dude, I heard, I don't know if it was that one, but I heard someone got fired recently because they were drugging girls that were about to go into rooms. Like the manager knew, and he would drug the girls right before they went in the room so they could fuck them. And he was fired.
That's crazy.
His name might have, it was either Dan or Brad. Not from Diamond, but
yeah.
Do either of those names ring a bell?
No, the guy that I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure his name was like Ty or something.
Either way, it's just insane to, like, and it makes it travel dancing like by yourself so scary because no one's gonna watch your back.
No.
Like, if I seen you acting different and being like not talking and laughing, I'd be like, nah, she's not just drunk 100%. Or on coke, like she's drugged.
100%. And same with you. Like, that's why I would never travel alone, you know?
Oh,
like,
God.
And I would always have my eyes on my friends. Like, even when we were in Austin, like, we were always together, you know? Like, we always had, like, our eyes on each other.
For real.
So, I don't know, dude. That shit's scary.
It is scary. It makes me want to, like, only buy my own shots and, like, watch that shit be poured.
Yeah. That's the one thing. Like, that's actually my top reason for only doing shots is because that gives people less of an opportunity to.
Dude, in Austin, I almost got drugged.
Yeah.
These people, I swear they thought I was retarded because they got us, all our shots were next to each other, and I look at 4 out of 5 of them, and they're all so clear, and the one they give me is foggy as shit, and I think I was acting drunk, or I might have been a little drunk, but I wasn't drunk enough to not notice that, and I was like, okay, we'll take a drink, and I doused my shit in orange juice, cheers, and, like, took a sip, and put it down, and then one of the guys was like, you need to down that. And luckily I got called on stage, and then they left, like, right after that. So they wasted their roofies.
They did, but that's fucking crazy.
And it would have happened so quick. Yes. And we didn't know the management. We didn't know the club. So, like, if I would have tried to leave with them and those two wouldn't have been there, who knows what would have happened.
Exactly.
Like, you have to be very careful getting fucked up in the club because you're already, like, I feel like your home club is different because everyone knows you and they'll know if you're acting out of term.
Yeah.
But when you're travel dancing, no one really knows what you're like, so they could just assume you're on drugs all the time, and that's just how you act.
You came in high as fuck.
And it's scary. So if you're thinking about travel dancing, you know,
always go with a friend.
Have a partner.
A trusted friend, not just anyone. Like, don't just. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like, go with someone you fucking trust. Like, don't just go with some random bitches. Like, have you seen that movie, Zoe or something? This bitch, there's 2 strippers, and this white girl, she's got like a pimp, and she takes her friend down to, I think somewhere, maybe Miami. Like, I think it's Miami. And when they get down there, these bitches are getting pimped out. They're not stripping. They're getting fucking pimped out because this girl, the main character, didn't know the other girl.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, dude. Like, you never know what people are like. That's why I always say travel with a trusted friend.
Dude, even the private party, I'm glad you weren't by yourself because
dude,
those girls lied. Well, they didn't lie. They just left out a huge chunk of the truth of what it was.
They didn't share the fact that
and
these
that's
men
basically
were
lying.
for escorts, you know, like they were looking for girls who were going to do more than what Lana and I were willing to do. So it was a interesting,
sticky situation.
Yeah.
They had a gay name for themselves, but I'm not gonna say it because I feel like no, that's too much.
Yeah.
All right, what's our time frame? 44 minutes we've been yapping. Damn, that's good. That's good. So we're gonna move on to this Q&A. People had questions for Vanna on IG. I'm about to ask them, and Vanna's gonna answer. So here we go. The first one isn't really sex work related, but how would you hide a dead body?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I feel like me personally, I would just be panicking. So I would probably call Lana. And we would figure out how to hide a dead body together.
But we tore that car up and then just ditched it. I'd be like, leave it in St. Louis, bro.
Well, you gotta like, well, destroy all evidence first, of course.
Find a hog farm.
Yeah. Rip the teeth out. Bleach the little finger pad thingies, like whatever's traceable in the skin. Something like that. And then I'll just leave the bitch somewhere. I don't know.
Throw in a hobo's burn barrel.
Exactly. I'd probably drive it to another state just to be safe.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Yeah.
Some of these are so stupid. Okay, what's your favorite album?
Probably Undertow by Tool.
Alrighty. Do you have a favorite song on that album?
4 Degrees. It's actually the song that I'm going to get tattooed down my side.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, the whole song?
No, just like...
I was like...
No. No, just like the first, like, 4 or 5, like, lines in the song is what I'm going to get tattooed.
When are you getting that done?
Hopefully in, like, the next, like, 6 months. I have to find someone that I actually like. They're like I love my lettering tattoo artist. He's amazing, but I want like a different kind of font. I don't want anything like the lettering tattoos that I have right
now. If you had the physical ability to play any sport, what would it be and why? We're gonna get to the stripper questions after I get through all these stupid ones.
Any sport. Trying to think of all sports. Actually, I would play football. If I was like a manly enough woman, I would totally play football.
I could see you doing that.
Fuck yeah. I'd love to knock down some men in my free time. That'd be fun as fuck.
Bro, I could see you playing rugby.
Oh my god, rugby! I forgot rugby was a thing. I would totally play rugby. Absolutely.
You'd be like Regina George at the end of Mean Girls.
Exactly.
Do you know some bitches you'd want on the other team?
I got a couple. I got 2 in mind.
I think I know one of them. Probably both of them.
Yeah.
What does it mean when you say to a customer, earn your trust?
So like the customer like earns our trust, like.
It says, what does it mean when you say a customer earns your trust? Is that good or bad?
Well, I
think
would
it's good.
assume would be good.
Yeah.
You know, if I trust you, that's a good thing. I don't think that you're going to fucking kill me or steal me or rob me, you know.
This guy said, do bitches be witches? Are spells a regular thing in the strip club?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are.
Bro, a lot of these bitches think they're witches.
100%. Some of them actually are, though, you know. But also, I feel like there's a lot of people like me who are, like, more spiritual, and I'm not, like I don't do, like, actual, like
pull your pussy hairs out.
No, like, I'm not doing all that, but I do have, like, little spell jars that I've made for, like, you know, attracting money, and like I believe in manifestation.
Have you ever put on a spell on any of your regulars or attempted to?
No, I have not. No.
When did you realize you were a slut?
I feel like I wanted to be a slut before I was a slut, you know? Like,
I was gonna say, like 15, I was out here, so
yeah, I was like a fake slut. Like, I like acted like I was like a slut, you know? Like, whenever I was in like high school, whenever I was like 16, 17, like I wear like super low cut tops and like, you know, like flirt with all the guys, even though I was a lesbian at the time. And I just like, I made them want me, but I was like, fuck you.
well, guys are. That's a stupid question because every guy wants a slut in bed.
Yeah.
And then expects you to be an angel. Like, how do you think I learned the slut moves?
Exactly. Exactly. By being a slut. By being a slut in practice.
Like, it doesn't. Every guy I've ever had sex with, they love, like, sloppy head. Like, bitch, you're not going to get that from a girl you met in church. No. Hate to break it to you. Mm-mm. I mean, you might, but I highly doubt it.
Maybe. She's been watching some kinky ass porn.
I feel like the number one thing customers talk about in the club is how their wife don't fuck them no more. Yeah. So, like... Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. But also, you gotta think, what's the reason for that? Is it because you're a fucking pig?
Probably.
9
times out of 10. Or even the ugly ones. Even the motherfucking ugly ones.
Bro, it's all of them. Even the hot ones.
Even the short ones that look like children.
Yeah, no, for real.
Oh, I made so many men's year last year fucking them, and it pisses me off now to think about. Well, okay, not so many. It was like... like maybe 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5 lucky men.
Yeah. Well, now they're missing out.
Yeah.
They're missing out on your energy, on your punani, on just having you in their life, because they all sucked.
Yeah, I'm funnier than all of them anyways. Their personality, trash.
Yeah, fuck all you men. Not all men, but fuck all the men she was dealing with last year. You all suck.
So, are you dominant? That's what someone wants to know. Sissy girl asked if you're dominant. They're looking for a dommy mommy.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I would say I'm pretty dominant in the bedroom.
Like, what's your favorite thing to do in the bedroom?
I enjoy taking control of men, like eating men's asses.
Eating booty. She eats booty. A godsend over here, because I'm not eating your booty. If you want your booty eaten, text Vanna.
I don't know. It's just something about it. Like, it's got to be clean. It's got to be fucking clean. But it's just like, it's like that thing that, like, because most girls are, like, in the same position as you. Like, they're not going to do that. But I like being that bitch who will do that.
My thing is, Vanna likes it. But when she's mad at someone who she's eating their ass, she's like, that's why he was in my room with his legs like this, talking mad shit. That's crazy, though. Like, I'm just imagining a masculine man like that getting his booty ate. Like, I think I'd lose all respect for an individual.
I don't know. Yeah.
What's so good about it besides being dominant? Like, do you like when a guy, like, ooh?
Yeah. I like the way that it makes, because, like, I really am a giver in bed. So
have you ever strapped a dude down?
Yes.
Y'all heard it here first.
Not as many times as I would like to, but I have done it before, like once or twice. But
did he like it?
Yeah.
He loved it, didn't he?
Yeah. Because
are you rough when you do it? Like,
no, you
gotta
how do you
strap a dude down?
You gotta start off like gentle, you know. You don't want to like make him bleed or nothing like that. You gotta like start off with a finger, work your way up to it. You know, maybe put a vibrator in there first, like a small one.
You should teach a course on dominance.
I would love
for women who want to dominate their man.
I would love that.
You could literally probably make a shit ton of money.
I've thought about that. I have thought, because I want to take like actual like dominatrix like courses.
Bro, speaking of something real quick, look who was on Hinge the other day.
Yeah, you showed me her. You showed me her when we were on FaceTime.
Want to match with me so bad, probably.
Because she
Stupid
loves
bitch.
you.
I couldn't tell, bro. Yeah, she want to be Mexican so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against white women who love Mexicans, but my mom was one of them, and I just feel like I have a odd, like, I feel weird a little bit, because I'm like, oh, you remind me of my mother. Just don't have 3 kids with them, and, like, turn out like her, bro. Because she ain't with none of her baby daddies.
Mm-hmm. Good old Jessica.
So, what's your favorite thing to have a guy done to you?
As much as I love being dominant, like I also like being dominated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like not like no sissy shit. Like I saw that movie Baby Girl. It was so bad. It was terrible. Literally that man was like, I guess like to take off your clothes. And I was like, what the fuck? Like if a man said that to me, I would laugh at because I'm such a brat. I am a brat too. Like I'm a bratty sub whenever I'm being submissive.
Yeah.
So like I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house.
Like, okay, I'm dominating you. You cannot.
Exactly. Get in the fucking bed. I'm gonna handcuff your ass. But like, I want to be actually dominated. Like, drag my ass around by my fucking hair, put me in a leash and a collar, slap the fuck out of my face, like spit on me, call me like horrendous ass fucking names. Like I want to be degraded. I want to be like actually dominated, not just like told what to do. You know,
100%.
Like don't just be like, please suck my dick. Like,
and I feel
tell
like
me to suck that shit.
For you to dominate me, like you have to. I have to respect you, and it's not like you can be hot and look like a dominating man, but you also have to act like one. You cannot. If I don't respect you, you're not dominating me.
Exactly. And I feel like I don't know. A lot of guys like want to be dominant in that way, but I'm just like, no, you're not. You don't exude that energy. You know, it takes. I feel like a very specific person. That man in that Baby Girl movie, absolutely not. That was so bad. I regret spending $15 on that movie. I was expecting some like, although 50 Shades of Grey isn't that great, but like, you know, some Christian.
What about 365 Days? You see that?
Oh, I love that.
That one was good.
That was a really good one. I watched.
I used to masturbate to those.
Yeah, dude, I can see why.
I'm so horny, bro. I've been masturbating to like the thought of a girl eating me out.
I don't blame you. It's
getting bad. It's been 2 months, y'all.
I'm proud of you.
I'm fucking losing it. This is the longest I've been without sex. And I feel like I'm just nervous that once I finally have sex again, it's going to be trash. And then I'm going to be like, oh, going a year without it now. Like, I need something hot. I need something good.
Yeah. That's why you got to take the reins. Be dominant.
Oh,
Make
God.
yourself have fun, you know?
Oh, God. I'm talking to a girl a little bit right now. It's funny because I went to a drag show this weekend at the Grove, and she was there. And I was like, oh, my God, she's over there. And I did not know she was over there. And I was, like, hiding my face. And then she walked over to me, and I was like, fuck. Okay, we're talking. Have I showed you her?
No.
Bro.
I don't think so.
Tell me, this is, like, my type, but if my type was a woman. You're going to be like, what the fuck, Lana? That is crazy. When's the last time you messed with a girl?
Like in the club or like outside the club?
Either or.
In the club, I mean, guaranteed, like, that's like putting on a show for money type shit, but.
Bro, look at this.
Oh, she's cute. I thought it was the one on the right, and I was like, Lana. She's cute. What'd she say to you whenever you walked out?
We just chatted for a little bit, and then we kept like looking at me in my eyes, and I was like, I can't look you in your eyes, bro. Women make me way nervous than men, because like you can't talk to a woman the same way you talk to a man. Like when you're talking to a man, you can be like, I'm warm outside, I want to feel how hot these insides are. Like, but with a woman, you have to be like more. I don't know. I want to be softer with a woman.
Yeah,
because that's what they deserve.
That's understandable. I think like, see, it's the complete opposite for me because I was a lesbian until I was 22, so I don't know how to talk to men, but I feel so comfortable talking to other gay women. I'm like, I know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm gonna have to start texting you when
Yeah.
she text me like, what do I say to this?
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I will help you as much as you need.
Well, I think we gave y'all a good little, almost an hour. This is Vanna. Do you want to plug your socials?
Yeah, my Instagram is at Lotus Ray, LOTUSRAEE. And then, well, that's really the only social I have.
I'll make sure to tag them so you guys can follow. And if you want that booty and you're attractive, you got that dad bod.
Yeah.
With some tattoos.
Okay, but like dad bod, but like muscular arms with tattoos. Can be bald, but have to have a beard or have hair.
Yeah, so there you go.
Very specific type.
If you're interested and you think you can handle this, make sure you
add her. Made me feel like a prostitute with an ad
on Instagram. All right, bye guys. See you next week.